Start the class.
Okay. So just a second. Can you all hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't hear for some time. Yeah, 1 second. I'll just share. Can someone please start with the prayers?
Mataji, can I?
You all can say. Okay, we will sing from beginning because let's all go in sync. Okay. Namo Vishnu Om
Namavam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhagavatam Swamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Jayane Sesha Satvadi Ashtadharine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Saita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Very good. Very nice. Let's start with our session today. Okay, so we always do this, right? What do we do first? We first revise. So then I want some of you to tell me what all happened so far in chapter 14 from beginning. Let's see who all remembers. Do you do that in other classes too? I have not joined it actually recently. Do you revise?
Yes, Mataji, we do. But not like a lot. We just revise.
Yes, Mataji, we do.
Just the previous class or from beginning?
Yes, Mataji.
We do a short summary.
Right. So yeah, this is the same thing. So who would like to share? Who would like to share? Go ahead quickly, one by one.
Mataji, yesterday we talked about cow protection.
Okay, very nice.
Oh, Mataji, I know.
Like
Mataji, Sita Didi Mataji tells us that how to do a session about like cow dung, like the importance of like all cows and bulls.
Okay.
That's what we learned.
You learned about cows and bulls? Yeah. Okay. And what did we learn before that when chapter 14 started? How did it start? Anyone remembers? If somebody is asking you, okay, you are learning Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter 14. So can you summarize? So how will you summarize if somebody asks you? Because that's what you're learning in the class.
So
Anyone?
I think Arjuna came. I'm not sure if this is the beginning of chapter 14.
Okay.
But Yudhishthir was waiting for Arjuna because Arjuna left for the Dwarka, and Arjuna did not come for a long time. And then he was talking to Bhima. I think he's a little bit Bhima. After some time, Arjuna came, and I think Yudhishthir is asking a lot of questions to Arjuna.
Okay, very nice.
Mataji, can I add on to Ramachandra?
Yes, Advait, go ahead.
When Arjuna didn't come back, Yudhishthir Maharaj saw bad omens. So he was thinking maybe this is the time Krishna is going to depart from this world.
Yes, very nice point. Anyone else? Anyone else remembers anything?
Mataji, can Rudra go?
Yes, Rudra.
It's about the disappearance of Lord Krishna. So first, Arjuna went to Dwarka to meet Krishna and see how all of them are how they're doing. But he wasn't coming back for 7 months. So Yudhishthir was also see inauspicious omens.
Yes, yeah, very good.
And then he told those to Bhima, and then finally Arjuna came, but he was very sad and distressed because he couldn't see Krishna, and Krishna disappeared from the he disappeared. He's like stopped his earthly pastimes. He quit.
Okay, that we will see. Very nice, Rudra. Thank you. Anyone else wants to share anything? Okay. So whoever shared everything is correct. That's what we saw so far. So let's revise again. Chapter 14. It starts that Arjun goes to Dwarka to see Krishna and other friends and to know about his activities. But he did not return for many days. And then Yudhishthir started seeing many inauspicious omens. And what all he saw is mentioned in many of the verses. After observing these omens, what he did, whom he spoke? He spoke to his brother Bhim. Yes. And he telling him that Arjuna has not returned for 7 months. And is this the time that Krishna is going to quit? Because he also started observing inauspicious events. And what all he was observing, that also is mentioned. He's like narrating it to Bhim. And then Arjun came, right? And now Yudhishthir is talking to Arjun. And he's inquiring. And then there are so many names of these personalities that he's asking, how is he, how is he, how is Madhu, Bhoja, and all that, Akrura, Jayant, all these names. We saw some of these personalities in detail also, right? Later, he's inquiring about his companions, like Uddhava and others like Nanda, Sunanda. And he's asking that if the Lord is enjoying the pious assembly of Dwarkapuri, surrounded by friends. So he's inquiring about Lord Krishna. From whom? Arjun, because he was gone there to see Krishna. For 7 months, he did not come back. And after he came back, he started inquiring. And then yesterday you saw this verse, which Mataji explained to you very nicely, right? That's why I have put this slide here. How Krishna is the source for all. He's like a president of India. See, if you keep this in mind, you can easily understand this concept, right? Krishna is the source of all, like the president of India, right? Then Mahavishnu is like a controller of all universes, like prime minister. And then who controls each universe? For controlling each universe,
Lord Brahma.
See, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. From him only Brahma came, right? Vishnu. Yes. And then in each universe, Vishnu is present in every individual. Atma. Yeah, that is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So Krishna, then from him comes Mahavishnu, then two Vishnus, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So this you saw yesterday. Those who could not join yesterday, this is a little bit revision of yesterday's. This is the essence of yesterday's verse. Now today we are starting with this verse, Canto 1, Chapter 14, verse 37. It will be nice if you all have the Bhagavatam book with you. You can keep it open in front of you, because whatever I'm going to say is all from the purport only. Nothing out of purport. Some of the pastimes I have added, but everything is from our books. And you will also get used to reading and, referring to Bhagavatam, how you can go to Canto 1, then Chapter 14, then verse 37. Okay, so raise your hands and I will give you chance to read. Now Tulsi has raised hand. Tulsi, can you read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Simply by administering comforts at the lotus feet of the Lord, which is the most important of all services, the queens at Dwarka, headed by Satyabhama, induced the Lord to conquer the demigods. Thus the queens enjoy things which are prerogatives of the wives of the controller of thunderbolts. Thank you, Mataji.
Very nice. So whom he is talking about here in this verse? Tulsi, can you explain a little bit? He's mentioning about some personalities here. King Yudhishthira.
He's talking about Satyabhama.
Yes.
And Lord Krishna's queens and Lord Krishna himself too.
Yeah. Yes.
And he's also talking about Indra and the wives of Indra, because he's the controller of the thunderbolts.
Okay, thus the queens enjoy things which are prerogatives of the wives of the controller of thunderbolts. Okay, okay, very nice. Okay, so here King Yudhishthira, he is talking about glorifying the queens of Dwarka, headed by Satyabhama. He especially mentions the name of Queen Satyabhama. So how they are always performing the most important service of all. What is that? It's mentioned in the first line.
They administer comforts at the
lotus feet of the Lord. They're always serving the lotus feet of the Lord, which is the most important of all services. The queens at Dwarka, headed by Satyabhama, induced the Lord to conquer the demigods. So this pastime we will see. So let's see about Satyabhama today. She is one of the principal queens of the Lord Krishna at Dwarka. Who are the other queens who all you know in Dwarka?
Mataji.
Yes, very good.
Jambavati.
Yes, very nice. So Satyabhama is one of those principal queens. Like we know Krishna has so many queens. How many queens?
And 8 principal queens.
Yeah, and total?
16,108.
16,108 queens.
Yes.
16,108.
Yes. So since Satyabhama is mentioned in here, who's that? Okay, we will see a little bit about Satyabhama today. So Satyabhama is the most beautiful daughter of Satyajit, the owner of the sacred Shamantaka jewel. So you all remember that story of Shamantaka jewel?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
last week.
Yes, Mataji.
Can I say the story?
It's a long one. If we get time, we will do that. You can do that that time, Advait, okay?
Okay, Mataji.
So yeah, if we get time, definitely then you can narrate the story. And she was a little proud of her royal lineage and good looks. She was very beautiful. She prided herself on her pure love for Krishna, and yet she was jealous of Rukmini. So she was thinking her love is pure. And then she was a little jealous of Rukmini because she also had pure love of Krishna. So there is Narkasur pastime. Many of you must be knowing about this, right? Anyone who knows about Narkasur pastime?
I know Mataji.
Who is that? Anyone wants? Okay, Ramachandra, you want to share? Anyone else wants to share?
Hi, Mataji, Krishna Naina.
Okay, Krishna Naina, go ahead. Who is that?
This is Giridhari.
Giridhari, okay. Krishna Naina will go little and then, okay, Giridhari, you start and then Krishna Naina will continue. Go ahead.
Okay. Krishna, like Satyabhama, Satyabhama was the incarnation of Lord. Satyabhama was the incarnation of Bhumi Devi, and she so Narkasura.
Okay.
Yeah. So
whatever you know, you say that, Giridhari. Whatever you know, you tell that in your own words. Okay.
Okay. And Narakasura was birth to Satyabhama, was the incarnation of Bhumi Devi, and he had the boon that no one can kill him besides her mother.
His mother.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. During a short summary. So okay. When Narakasura was fighting Krishna, then Krishna pretended to act like to be dead, like that. Then Satyabhama was angry and rushed and killed his own son, Narakasura. And then Krishna said,
Okay, yeah. Giridhari, thank you. Okay, Krishna Naina, do you want to start? Do you want to continue? Like,
yeah.
Tell.
So when Krishna fell down because when Krishna fell down, Satyabhama got very angry, so she pulled out a weapon of hers, and then but Narakasura didn't realize that Satyabhama was his own mother, and he also rushed to kill Satyabhama, and he also made fun of her because she was a woman fighting against him. So Satyabhama, she took out her arrow and shooted him, and then Krishna woke up, realizing Krishna woke up, and then Satyabhama fight.
Okay, who else wants to continue? Thank you, Krishna Naina. Who wanted to say?
Mataji, I heard Ramchandra.
Yeah. Ramachandra, did you want to continue?
Sure, Mataji. So after Krishna woke up, Satyabhama, since Narakasura got the boon that only he would die by his mother, and Satyabhama was the incarnation of Bhumi. He was basically killed by his mother, Satyabhama. And once Krishna woke up his eyes, Narakasura was already killed. And Satyabhama killed Narakasura by herself. I think she wanted to I'm not sure, but I think she wanted to I'm not sure, but I think Narakasura was also killed in I think on Diwali.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, that's correct. Whatever you all have shared. And there is another thing that here, see, so he had also Narakasura was a demon, right? So he one second. He defeated Lord Indra and abducted 16,000 women and imprisoned them in his palace. So he had also stolen the earrings of Aditi. Who is she?
Mataji?
She's the, yes.
The mother of the demigod.
Yes.
Can I read?
Shall we, you want to read? I was just thinking I will explain it in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And then when Lord Indra, he actually requested Krishna to come and then kill this demon. And so he came on the request of Krishna with Satyabhama. Because Narakasur had gained a boon that he would die only with the hands of his mother. And Satyabhama is the, who is she?
Mother of
yes. So, and then he was killed. And then Aditi was pleased by Satyabhama's dedication towards her husband and gave her a boon of staying young and beautiful forever. So this great day is celebrated as Narak Chaturdashi, like we all know, Diwali, right? So when we are celebrating Diwali, we can meditate on this pastime. How Narakasur demon was killed and how Krishna with Satyabhama, he went there. So this is, what is that, Advait?
At first I got confused with this story and Jambavan's story because I was thinking that after Krishna killed Narakasura, he married Satyabhama, but they already married and they had Narakasura as a kid, and then they killed him, right?
Yeah. So then, what happened after that? Aditi took her with her to show the special prerogatives of the demigods. She took her to heavenly planets. And then Satyabhama saw this beautiful Parijat flower. Who all have seen Parijat flowers? They are very beautiful, the small white ones with the orange.
Yes, Mataji, I see.
So I have shown that picture in the next slide. I have shown that picture. And she desired to have that in her palace of Dwarka because there were no Parijat trees there on earthly planet. And then she expressed her willingness to have. Why? Because Satyabhama's palace was always bedecked with valuable jewels. She likes to decorate her palace. She would always have best of the things in her palace. And see, even in the hottest season of summer, the inside of the palace remained cool, like the air condition. So she would always decorate her palace with flags and then different things. So she wanted to have that special Parijat tree also. And she instigated her husband, who is that Krishna, to get that flower from heavenly planets. And then the Lord got it even by force from the demigods. As common husband secures things to please his wife. So to please Satyabhama, he got it. Okay. So this is another pastime, how she liked those Parijat flowers, and then she told Shri Krishna, and then he got it for her. And then there is this lesson to learn from this. So when a Parijat tree from heavenly kingdom was taken by Krishna, Indra fought with him. Who fought? He did not want him to take it. Actually, there is past time that how Satyabhama stole it from there, and then how Krishna actually took it from demigods. But Indra fought with Krishna. So you can see in Narakasur pastime, who requested Krishna to come and help?
Indra.
And now who is fighting with Krishna?
Indra.
So what do you understand from this?
When he was little, with the Govardhan pastime.
Yeah, so what do you understand from this pastime? This
I
is
understand
Indra.
Arrogant.
Okay. See, Indra only first requested Krishna.
I also understand that, like, some people, they use you for time, and when they don't need you, they don't want.
Yes, very good. Very nice.
Indra's pride could destroy him.
Yes, very nice points. So like you all said, you can see how Indra first he needed Krishna, so he requested him. He begged that please come, please come. And now that Krishna wanted that Parijat tree, what he did? He was fighting with him. So this is the way of the dealings of materialistic men also. When we see in Kali Yuga, materialistic men, how they are interested in their own profit only. For this purpose, they can offer any kind of respect to anyone. But when their personal interest is over, they are no longer friends. This is what happens. So we can learn from this, right? like how we should not behave. This selfish nature is found not only among the richer class of men on this planet, but even in personalities like Indra and other demigods. Too much wealth makes a man selfish. So you can see how king of demigods, how he became selfish because he did not want to give that Parijat flower, although Krishna helped him, although he is the supreme. So selfish man is not prepared to take to Krishna consciousness and is condemned. Right? A selfish man who is always attached to everything, whatever he has. He is not easily taking up Krishna consciousness. In other words, possession of too many worldly riches is a disqualification for advancement in Krishna consciousness. Because it is such a big distraction, right? Too much of wealth, too much of money, everything. It's a big distraction. So that it's a kind of disqualification for advancement in Krishna consciousness. So this is what we can learn from this pastime. And how glories of Satyabhama, how she actually killed Narkasura, and this pastime of Satyabhama, how she wanted that Parijat flower. So this is little bit about Satyabhama, her pastimes, and also what we can learn from this pastime. So there is one more story of Satyabhama. Anyone knows this story? How
Mataji, can I say?
Yes, Advait, okay. Do you know this picture? From this picture, you can guess. Yeah. You can guess the pastime from this picture.
Yeah, Mataji.
I know, Mataji.
I know.
Can work
Yes. In that pastime also, Satyabhama is there. So we will learn about that pastime.
The pastime is when Satyabhama, she gets proud, I think, from Narada Muni. So Narada Muni says that if you can do the same weight as Krishna on a weighing scale, then you can have him. If you don't, I'll take him away. So Satyabhama said okay, but she did so many jewels and everything, and nothing worked. So Narada Muni was about to take her away when she was saying help, and Rukmini Devi went to the balcony and plucked a tulsi, prayed to Tulsi, plucked the Tulsi leaf, took out all the jewels from the weighing scale and put the Tulsi. And the Tulsi weighed the same weight as Krishna. So then Krishna stayed and Narada Muni left.
Very good. Very good. Let's see. Very nice, Advait. Let's see that pastime in lit. Yes. Who's that?
So there's this is Shubhadra. Can I say something?
Go ahead, Shubhadra.
So there's another pastime of Krishna, the same by Radha Rani. This time she put it hour and placed it, and then Krishna went up. That's the different story.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Mataji, story.
Yes, very nice, very nice. Thank you for reminding of that pastime. Okay, so what happened? Now, those who don't know, pay attention. Advait also has narrated it very nicely. So I'm just giving it in more detail. So one day Narada came to the Dwarka and he saw Satyabhama. She was just, getting ready and beautifying herself for the pleasure of Krishna. Then he walked and he said, don't doubt my intentions, but is it my old age or is it really true that Krishna loves Rukmini more than you? So Narada Muni is just trying to see what Satyabhama will. This is pastime for the reason, and that reason you will get to know in the end. So he's just saying that I think Krishna loves Rukmini more than you. And then she couldn't bear that. She said, and then Narada Muni continued, you're so beautiful, you're so charming than her. And then how, don't you think you deserve more attention? Then Satyabhama is saying, please tell me, how can I get his attention? Then Narada said, okay, for that only I have come here. So you listen to me now, what we can do. Now he's going to tell her some idea. He's saying, you take a vow that you will hand over Krishna to me as a slave. But to take him back, what I will allow you to trade him in for an equivalent weight of your riches. He's saying, I will take him as a slave, but you have to take him, if you want to take him back from me, you have to give that many of riches as equivalent to Krishna. And when Krishna will see that you have given all your jewelry and everything to me to get Krishna back, he will be very much impressed. So she said, okay, I can do that. And then he's asking, but I'm doubtful if you have that much wealth to balance Krishna. She says, oh, I am a daughter of Satyajit. I have so much of wealth, limitless. I can easily do that. So she goes to Krishna and she says about that unfortunate vow. And she says that I have to give you to Narada, but I will also get you back. So she goes, she tells her servants to get the jewels and then also the weighing machine, that what they use for weighing grains and groceries. And then all are stunned. They don't believe what's happening. And then they are getting all her jewelry. And then in front of everyone, Satyabhama gave away Krishna in Dan to Narada. And they all were shocked. All the other wives of Krishna were shocked, but they could not speak because it was their duty to be quiet. They could not speak anything to her in front of everyone. So they didn't say anything. And then Narada said, okay, I'll give you an option. You can take him back. If you give him all your riches, jewels, everything as equivalent to Krishna. So they make him sit over there in that weighing thing. And then she then placed Krishna on one plate of the scale, and then she started keeping all her jewels on the other side. Like you can see here, she had kept all her jewels here before they were here in the plate. And then Narada kept giving her warning that if you fail to supply, Krishna will forever be a slave to me. So she's very stressed because Krishna is not going up at all. He's always very heavy. How much ever jewels she's keeping, it's not fulfilling. Krishna is always heavy. And all the other queens also came and gave her their jewels, but nothing happened. Nothing worked. And then Krishna is saying, see, look, Satyabhama, because of your stupid vow, I have to be a slave to this Rishi now. So why don't you ask Rukmini? She must be able to get us out of this predicament. So he knows that she doesn't like Rukmini, right? He knows that. So that is the reason why he's saying that go and ask Rukmini. Then what happens? She's in such a bad state, right? So she goes to Rukmini and then she requests her that please come. This is what is happening. While she coming, she sees the Tulsi Maharani there, and then she plucks that and she comes. And then who plucks that? Rukmini. Rukmini Devi, she sees the Tulsi Maharani, she plucks one leaf and she comes there. And then when she keeps that leaf on the jewels, and then Krishna is lifted and everything becomes heavy. And now what Krishna says, try removing your riches and then keep only the leaf. So they take out all the jewels also and keep only the leaf there, and that leaf is also heavy. And everyone is surprised. She was stunned and humbled. You can see Satyabhama was stunned and humbled. Then Krishna jumped down from his high hanging span and came to her. See, Satyabhama, you gave all your riches to me, but there was no devotion in that offering. Krishna knew that, right? Just the feeling of possessiveness she had. She just wanted to get him. But when you made your offerings with such a thought in your mind, they lost their value and became mundane things. On the other hand, Rukmini offered just a single tulsi leaf, but her intentions were noble. She made the offering with utmost love and devotion. And that's why that was sufficient to please me. That's what Krishna said. So now you can see from this pastime, then Krishna, when Satyabhama realized it, she got tears in her eyes and she told Narada Muni that, Devarshi, thank you for teaching me this hard-learned lesson today. I will never ever underestimate the power of devotion and love towards the Lord. So this is one more pastime of Satyabhama. So,
Mataji, can I say something?
Yes, Advait.
Whenever I listen to this pastime, it doesn't say it, but I always think that Krishna and Narada Muni already planned it out, the whole pastime to happen.
Yes, Narad Muni always, he says something, does something for a reason. Right? That is his service. To fulfill some purposes, he does that. I actually had one exercise for you all, but I think we don't have time. So we will stop here. Maybe next time.
Mataji, we have 8 minutes until 5.
No, I think I have to stop. I exceeded 2 minutes. 7:50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can get ready for your cooking class. And then I will stop here. And I hope you liked some pastimes of Satyabhama, Queen Satyabhama.
Yes, Mataji.
And then I will see you all next week.
Mataji, so I thought you was going to do the last story tomorrow.
Which story?
The Satyabhama last one. I thought he was going to do that tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know if tomorrow's verse is also about Satyabhama. I'm not sure. If it is going to happen tomorrow, you already know. You all can narrate it. Okay? Narrate the story.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, thank you for joining. I will see you all next week. Vancha kalpatarubhishya Antakoti Vaishnavani Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Don't leave.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Vrunda Mataji. Now we have Radharani Mataji available. Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so Radharani Mataji is there. I will post ingredients, Mataji, in the group.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. We are making today like potato and spinach pie.
Mataji, it's baking, right?
Yeah, it's baking.
Do you have like the final product?
Yeah, I'll show.
Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, can I say something? Mataji, oops.
Yeah, it will be in this way.
Oh, that looks so good, Mataji.
Mataji, today is Ekadashi, right, Mataji?
Yes. This is, you can use for Ekadashi.
Wait, but cheese is not Ekadashi. Mataji, cheese is an Ekadashi though.
So we can use cheese, they were saying.
We can use cheese.
Yeah. It's little hot, so I'm just showing you this. Okay. It will come in this way. Okay, let's make. So for this we need potato. I just took one. If you don't have ready boiled potato, you can just take potato and grate it. Okay, that is also fine. Right now, if you don't have any boiled potato, so I tried in that way also. That also it works good. And we just need some spinach. Just you can keep in the hot water for 2-3 minutes. Okay, some spinach and some salt and some pepper. If you want.
Mataji, did you mention something that we can use instead of a boiled potato?
Just normal potato, you can grate it and use, Mataji. Okay. Even I tried in that way, that also works. However, we are baking it, so it is coming nice, Mataji. Okay. Okay. If right now, if they want to do, and if you don't have the potatoes boiled, so you can use in that way, Mataji. Okay. So I'm just taking one. You can take one bowl. Later you can transfer in any, like baking tray. I just use this thing, just so microsafe. So I'm just using this. Take your potato. Remove the skin. I just boiled one potato. Okay, I'm just doing with that.
Mataji,
dry dim or ekadashi herb.
What, Ramachandra?
In the ingredients, this is dry dim or ekadashi herb. What's that?
Yeah, it is one of the herbs you can use. Actually, they said that we can use for Ekadashi. If not any herbs or not, you can just add salt and pepper is also fine. You can just add ginger or chili flakes, whatever you want, you can just add. So those are just for the flavors you want. So I just gave the option like you can use any spices, whatever you want. So whatever is available at your home, whatever you use for the Ekadashi, just mix in that potato. We are just doing that, okay? I'm just adding right now salt and pepper. And little
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. If anybody did not get time to boil potato, you can just use normal potato. Just take your parents' help and you can grate it with the, or not, if you want to just watch today and do it later is also fine, okay? Okay. So this is one potato. I'm just took it. Just smash it, okay? Use one spoon or any fork, just smash it. So now take this as, okay, it is, everything is smashed. So it is like, looks like smooth dough, okay? You're doing in the same bowl, just make it as like a layer or just like this. Just we need to add some spices, right? So I'm just planning to do it in the same bowl. This is a Microsoft bowl. And now add some salt. Sorry, we need to add some spinach. I did not cut them, so I'm just trying to make them into small pieces, spinach. Cut them into small pieces. If you already made it into the pieces, that's fine, okay? Take a little more. And now mix it again. In the meanwhile, if you want, you can on your microwave at 300 degrees, 350, you can do it, so that you can just do it. Or if you're already boiled potatoes, you can just do for 10 minutes, or like if it is not boiled, then you can do for 15 minutes. Okay. So add some salt. You can use pink salt or whatever, like Ekadashi salt.
Wait, Mataji.
Yes.
Mataji, is it microwave or oven?
Oven, sorry.
Okay.
I just added some salt. And if you want, you can add one. If you prefer, you can add green chili, or if you want, you can add green chili, or you can add pepper, whatever you prefer, or chili flakes. It's up to you, okay? Or if you want to skip that also, that is fine. I'm just adding some pepper, like half teaspoon. Sorry, I did not bring spoon here, so I'm just adding some pepper, okay? Mix it. I added potatoes, spinach, salt, and pepper. You can add ginger also, that's fine, but that's okay. Now add little water, sorry, milk or water, whatever you prefer.
Which one is better, Mom?
You can add milk. Okay. If it is too soft, not too much. Actually, I said 1/4 cup, but I just took only one potato. So I'm just adding very little milk. Make it soft. So based on the milk, whatever you add, if you want little more spicy, you can add, okay? Or if you want normal spicy, that is also fine. Adding little more. I just took very little, just I think so. I added like 2 tablespoons of milk. Mix it, became so soft now. Just spread it evenly. So you can do this all mixing in the baking tray, whatever you are doing. Then you can add some ghee on the top or butter. Just press it evenly. Actually, we can mix this, and when you're transferring in the baking tray, you can add little butter over there. So I'm just using this. So if you are doing in the different bowl, you can do that. So that step we missed. You can add little butter at first. This is like if you are using for mixing bowl. If you want to transfer it, just apply little butter, or you can use like butter paper. So just spread it in this way. And now you can use cheese on the top and bake it. Some cheese on the topping. If you want thick layer, you can add based on the thickness you want. If you want light cheese, then you can add a thin layer of the cheese. Yes, somebody is asking something.
It's true, but can we not have spinach because we don't have spinach?
Yeah, you can skip it. Whatever you have. If you have just coriander, you can add those. If you have just potato, that will also be very nice. This is just to look colorful and little different flavor. That's it. If you don't have, you can skip it. on the top, I'm just trying to add little chili flakes. This is also optional, okay?
Mataji?
Yes.
How long do you have to put it in the oven?
10 minutes. If you already boiled potato, just 10 minutes is fine. So if you're using raw potato, you can use for 15 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
So it will be in this way before boiling, so before baking. So now you can on your oven at 350 degrees and then you can bake it for 10 minutes. In the middle, you can check once after 7 minutes or something. If you feel, you can check with some fork or toothpick. If you feel it, the cheese, everything is mixed and it is melted, then you can just keep for 2 minutes and you can bring that out. Then it will be in this way. Once after baking, it looks in this way. Just cut it and show.
So it is baking for 350 degrees for 10 minutes, right, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, see, I cut in this way. When you apply little butter or anything, it will come easily. I just applied for this. So the edges are also, it is coming easily. I don't have serving plate. Karthik. Karthik. Plate this. Plate or bowl this. Bowl this. I got the white color. Sorry, that's okay. In this way.
Mataji, I want to eat, Mataji.
Me too. Mataji, you're all the time welcome. This is, we can use for Ekadashi, Mataji. This is Ekadashi.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, I don't have cheese, Mataji. I will definitely eat once again.
That's Ekadashi pizza.
So potato is the base, right, Mataji? Potato helps like a base.
Yes,
Mataji, try paneer if you don't have cheese, maybe.
Oh, paneer? Oh,
okay. Yeah.
I had a lot of paneer. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Mataji, for that advice. So did you bake it, Rudra? Did you start baking? Okay.
Not yet, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah, you can do it later. Okay.
Mataji?
Yes, Mukul?
How long do we have to bake it for in the oven?
For 10 minutes. You can just, based on the oven, right? So not more than 15 minutes. So based between 10 to 15 minutes. So just check in the between. If you feel that cheese, everything is melt, why? Because the potatoes are already boiled, right? So they just need to cook a little bit. So that's fine for 10 minutes. So it will look in this way.
Mataji, the texture will be crisp on the top and inside it will be softer.
Oh, yes, Mataji. I'll turn it and yeah, it will be like this, Mataji. The other side, it will be in this way. And this is crisp. Yeah. I just use very little quantity, so
if we actually put butter on the base also of the pan, maybe it would become crisp from the bottom also, maybe, right?
I think so. I just put butter for this, Mataji, but it's little soft only.
Okay.
Maybe the layer should be little thick, Mataji. Then see this layer is little thicker, right?
Okay.
You can try, Mataji. If you bake for little more, maybe, as you said, it might be little crisp. So everybody can try. Not if this Ekadashi, you can try for next Ekadashi, okay? Normally also you can try it.
Nice recipe, Mataji. Thank you for sharing.
So whoever are doing, you can post it later in the group, okay? I'll send the description also in the group. Last recipe I did not send, I think so. I'll send both the recipes. Did you started baking, Rudra?
Yes, Mataji.
You can post it later, okay? Thank you for making it. So you can offer it and eat it later, okay? So anybody have any other doubts? The baking or preparation?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Radharani Mataji, for the beautiful class. And I will definitely make this, Mataji. I am only worried about the cheese. Some cheese are not Ekadasi. They say, I don't know, Mataji, where to find exact cheese of Ekadasis. And then I will definitely find it. And
yeah. Sure, Mataji. You can do it on the normal days if you have the cheese.
Normal days we can do it.
Yeah.
But it is very yummy, Mataji. If we give like this food, all kids will do Ekadasi, Mataji. Yeah, nobody says that I will not do Ekadasi.
So true.
Yeah, very nice, Mataji. Hope I am close by your house, Mataji, just beside your house, so that I can eat every day.
Come, Mataji, we are waiting for you.
Okay, we will close the call here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva Ananta Koti Vaishnavi ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Radha Rani Mataji ki jai. Rudra ki jai. Rudra, very good boy. You always make whatever Mataji teaches you. Hari bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the class.
Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.
Chandra, bye.
Bye.